Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with
Fatimah
and David.
We're gonna talk about cultural background and things they had, like challenges they faced while they were together, before they got together or got married.
Yeah.
And even after, like religion and culture, even though you say not much of a culture.
African-American.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about those things. I will listen and you guys are gonna talk.
Okay.
And I'll ask questions. Okay, give us like a summary of your background.
I'm African-American. My parents both converted to Islam. First generation Muslim in my family, I guess.
And for me, pretty much, I came from a Christian Catholic background, then converted to Islam, and it's a little different, though, definitely.
So you want to talk about like when you guys met and you were not Muslim. How did you feel? Because like you said like you wanted to be with him, right?
Yeah. Well, to be completely honest with you, during that time I wasn't in a good spiritual place in my life, so I didn't mind. Like before, if I was gonna get involved with a guy, like, or wanting to have something more, I wanted him to be Muslim. But just that whole year was crazy, and I was like, I don't mind being with someone not Muslim. Honestly, that's where things started. Not so good, but hey, I'm fine now.
It ended good,
Yeah, it ended good. It just didn't start good. So I was open to it. In the beginning, I didn't think it was gonna last. Like, we met in the summer. Like I said, I was in a bad place in my life. I was just like, I'm just gonna be with him in the summer, whatever. So I'm feeling like, but once I saw this was gonna be something, like I wanted it to be something more, I just told him straight. Like, he was gonna join the army, and I told him, you're gonna be in the army for one term. That's 3.5 years. I can't be with someone who's not Muslim. So I just said, hey, at least think about it. Like, we had this huge argument actually before he joined, and I was just like, just at least think about it, because there really can't be a future like if you're not Muslim.
For me, I had the opportunity, especially in the Army. Army was actually a very good experience. Well, it was a hardship that was very good for us, because in basic training they had about religious groups you can go into. Like, there was Wiccan, Christians, and Catholic, and I went to pretty much every single one, and just got a kind of a, I guess, like a religious journey, and went to every one, and actually went and I got a Quran from her.
Yeah, he asked for one and we wrote it.
And actually,
I was like, yes!
Yeah.
Like, she was talking about it.
Wow, yeah, oh my god. Wow.
She was like, I gave him a Quran and he's gonna read it.
I was so happy.
She
It
was
was so
really
hard
happy.
to try to keep that safe and not dirty, being in the mud and all. I read the Quran, and I actually had a friend, Al-Hada, and he actually helped me. He taught me, how to make wudu, how to do salah, and his help helped me even more, because now it's like I could actually practice it. And so it's like I had the actual, like, it's like the guidelines right here, and then he was kind of like the teacher, so it was like having a class, and it was perfect because I could actually focus on the actual, like, reading the Quran, what it is to be Muslim, and there was no distractions, because you're not watching TV, you're not reading books, you're not, no music, so it was really, I was able to actually take it in, and that's why I think it was more of a blessing than anything, because I was able to actually read and compare all these religions without any outside force coming in and like distracting me. Reading the Quran really opened my eyes. It really put me in a place, and it connected with me, because when I was younger, I was Christian, and then I didn't really associate myself with that belief. I mean, I associated it because my family was Christian.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, well, they're Christian Catholic, you have to be Christian Catholic.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot in every religion.
Yeah, every.
Because like if you're born into it,
You don't know anything
then-
else.
Yeah,
You're taught
usually.
that from the ground up.
yeah. And then when you convert to a religion, you're gonna study it, more.
Yeah,
than
it seems more personal now, because it's something you chose. It's not something that was forced upon you.
Yeah.
I was more interested in it because no one was like, hey, you have to be this. So it was like I had a choice. I had the time to actually read, and
Blessing in
What's the
disguise.
word? Yeah.
That's what
blessing in disguise. It really was.
I was gonna say that too, because like even though it was hard for you guys as a couple, because he was gone for like 8 months.
8 months in Korea.
I was in Korea.
Yeah. So,
which
but
was
it's
hard.
still like he was able to be with you because he was
Yeah.
gone, because he studied the Quran.
Okay,
Tell me
so
more.
in basic training, that's when I sent him the Quran, and then he somehow throughout life, like, another thing that I guess kind of made me seem like, okay, this is the person you were meant to be with. So after basic training, he could have been sent to 3 different places. What were the 3 places?
It was like Colorado, overseas, or
Killeen, Texas.
Killeen.
Which was
Which-
3.5 hours
Killeen was
away,
garbage,
and
but-
the Lord put him there. And so I was like, obviously, if this, like, he could have been placed anywhere, and he was placed there, and so he was able to come every weekend. So we
everything
saw each
lined
other
up, and it was
until we got engaged. Then he was in Korea.
Oh my gosh, she was so happy when you were coming back.
Yup.
She was
Lord
counting
have
the
mercy.
days.
Lord have mercy.
I remember.
That was crazy time. But hey, we're here now.
What about family? You said your family are very religious, right? Like Christians?
My mom is very. She's the most like she's the religious side of my family.
Okay.
My dad's more loosely Catholic. Doesn't really practice, I guess, in a way, but he associates himself as Catholic. And my mom is she's just strict when it comes to Christianity. Like, this is Jesus' house. You have to be Christian.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about your experiences, like in the beginning, like how it was?
Yes.
I want to know how your family reacted, and I want to know how your family reacted. If you're okay with sharing.
No, I actually, my parents didn't know about him until we were about to get engaged because he wasn't Muslim, so I couldn't tell him about, and I was dating him, so I couldn't ever talk to him about my family, so they didn't know anything about him. They had hints, like subtle hints, like, where are you going every weekend, but they never pieced it, thankfully. They never pieced it together. But then once I told my family I wanted to get married. My mom, she was fine. She was fine with it. She's like, I want to meet him. If he's Muslim, then hey, whatever. She didn't care about anything. My dad's the one.
Another story.
He didn't want to meet him because his last name's Aguilar. He wanted him to change it to a Muslim last name, an Islamic last name. Because my dad also converted, so he's like, if I converted and I changed my last name, he should be doing the exact same thing. And so my dad, we had a strange relationship for 10 months from getting married, and then 10 months later, we did not have any communication, not at all.
Yeah.
Because of my dad's thoughts of what Islam is supposed to be and how you're supposed to follow it. But now, and he accepts them, though he does. Like, I have no complaints with family as of now. But in the beginning, at least with my dad was the main issue.
Do you know what changed his mind, your dad's? To actually, like, I'm not gonna talk to you for 10 months to, okay, I can get to know him now. Do you know what might have happened?
I think maybe my mom might have talked to him because I had no communication with him at all. It was Thanksgiving. All my other family, they knew I was gonna invite David because I was like, this is the time you can't leave. Like, because we had a dinner before we got engaged so he can meet, like, all my family can meet him. But my mom has already met him before. And my dad didn't show up. And so I was like, at Thanksgiving, we're all gonna be together. You can't run away. I guess my sister told him or something, and I remember my dad being like, so is David gonna come? And I was like, oh, you're ready now? Okay. And so it happened, and my dad just bawled and just hugged him. He was like, my son Dawood.
Oh, he calls him Dawood?
Yeah. He still is on the name thing, but hey.
As long as he's not changing his last name,
No, we are, eventually. I haven't changed my name. I don't want to be an Aguilar.
Okay.
I want to have an
Just
Islam.
haven't decided what it is yet, so.
He doesn't want to be an Abdul-Bari, even though I do.
We're gonna make our own name.
Would you hyphenate it? Like, would it be like...
No, I'm keeping Abdul-Bari.
Bari and
I love
Bari,
my last name,
then...
Abdul-Bari. I wanted my kids to be... Anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
You can talk about your family.
Yeah, no, let's talk about your family. What did they think about Fatimah and also, like, the religion and everything?
At first,
wait, I have to include the very
go.
first day I met his mother. I had my scarf on. She saw me. She made a cross with her fingers, and she was like, "This is a strong Christian household. You will not be converting my son."
Like the finger
David,
thing.
she made.
I don't know.
Wallahi, she made.
It wasn't
the
like
finger.
The Shining.
Nah,
like
she
a
was
horror
very
movie.
opposed to it. His sister.
A vampire!
Like,
Horrible, literally trying to like. His sister's like I met one of his sisters. Once I left, she's a nice girl,
but she needs to be a Christian girl.
Yep.
But yeah, it was hard. It was rough because my mom didn't see her as like she's
anything
not
but a
Christian,
Muslim.
just a Muslim. So it's just like, Mom, you're being rough, and then I yelled at my mom about it, which, it needed to happen because that's the only way she listens. But
You guys got to know each other, yes? With his family?
Yeah, I was always around. Like every weekend I'd come
All
over,
the
so
time.
they just started to slowly get used to me. His
They
dad
had no
was
choice.
always they had no choice. His dad was always welcoming. A few of his sisters were always welcoming, but there were, I'll say, 3 that will probably never truly come around to me being Muslim.
It's the religion, 100%.
Religion.
It's not anything
Religion.
else.
it's
well,
religion.
for one sister, it's the religion. Because she is
He's
spitting
eating,
images
like-
of the mom. Like,
She may even be worse than my mom.
there's nothing wrong about being
Depends on
happy
what
about your
religion,
religion, but like...
Can't force stuff on other
Yeah.
people.
But the other 2, I don't know. They talk to me, like they're cordial.
Okay.
Elizabeth likes you.
No, they're the ones. Elizabeth's the one who is accepting. I love her.
So, when he finally decided to become a Muslim, how'd you feel?
Honestly, I was totally surprised. So he joined the army in 2013. He didn't convert until May 2015. And I didn't mention it for like months at a time. I was like, I can't force this man to be Muslim. If he wants to be, sure, but I can't force him. And I remember after him coming from California, he was like, he just texted me, he's like, Fatimah, I'm ready for my shahada, and it's fireworks. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I didn't even ask you. I didn't even talk about this. I was just like, okay, let's set it up. I was just baffled, mind blown. But I was, of course, happy. I was like, I guess the Lord's like putting things into perspective for me.
From like your experience, what is something you want to give as advice to others?
Wait, with marriage or like with religion?
Marriage, with religion, like, you know, like marrying someone whose family is not Muslim, how to deal with it and what to do and what not to do, you know? Because you guys have the experience and you guys have been together for, well, know each other for 4 years and married, mashallah, for 2, so.
I would say keep an open mind about things and don't force the other person into things. Because if it's meant to happen, it'll happen.
Yep.
But you have to also be very open to people and understanding. You have to understand that it's not just you in a relationship, there's another person. So you have to give them time to grow.
Honestly, I wouldn't advise, I wouldn't advise you to like seek out someone who isn't within your religion, because it's not necessarily the person that you're gonna have an issue with, it's the family. My mom would always tell me, when you get married, you're marrying the family. I was like, no, Mom, I only love him. No, you're marrying the family. I can't even imagine how it's gonna be with kids. I don't even want to take my kids to his house. Like, that's how crazy. I don't ever want them to meet their grandma. And if you find yourself falling for someone who isn't of your religion, literally, if you're Muslim, if you're any religion, pray on it. The Lord will show you if this is meant to be or if it's not meant to be. The only reason I stayed with him in basic through anything, I prayed, and I think the Lord is the one who told me, keep going with this. Yeah, you're making a lot of mistakes, but there's gonna be some light at the end.
It's worth the wait.
It was worth the wait, but it's a lot, and it's still gonna be a lot because it's family. I mean, what are you gonna do like when holidays come up, like Christian holidays or something come up and half your family is Christian, the other half is Muslim? It's gonna be very confusing for them. Their cousins, everyone, like, it's just gonna be, I feel like it's just easier to marry within your religion. But I mean, hey, it happened here, it can happen with you guys too. My true advice for anyone about to get married, make sure young, I guess, let's just say getting married young. Make sure you've seen every single emotion out of this person before you got married. Make sure you are your true, authentic self in front of this person. Like, I used to think, when I get married, he's never gonna see me ugly when I wake up in the morning. I'm gonna do my hair, put on makeup, I'm gonna brush my teeth. I never thought I was gonna be pooping in front of him, farting. Like, I thought it was gonna be this fairy tale land. No, it's not a fairy tale land. Marriage is a job. It's another job that I have, but it's a job I want to be in.
So with being young and school, getting like marriage, work, religion, and school together, how do you do it? Because the first 2 years especially are the hardest.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Honestly, you do it together. It's both people working together to
you both gotta
achieve
want it,
it. Because
100%.
half the time I have no time. I go to work, I go to school, but the little time that I do get with her, it's the best time ever.
I guess it's hard, man. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the hardest thing.
It's so hard.
I wish I waited. I wish I got. No, I don't want to say I wish I waited. I've enjoyed myself. Really, really, really hard. It's very. If you can wait and have your like studies finished and have a job, I just feel like it'll be easier.
It would be ideal.
It'll be ideal, but hey, that doesn't always happen.
But you don't know. When love hits, it hits.
True. When you know, you know. That's true. That's very true. You can't change your life to mold how you want the path to be. You just have to deal with the cards you were dealt. Good things about marriage.
Yeah.
Good things. Having someone to laugh
being
with.
Married young.
Sharing those farts.
Oh God, I would just say sharing the good times, the hard times, like just having your best friend home. Man, I just failed this test. Man, I have so much homework. Be like, hey, I have homework too. Let's say do homework together, and then we'll watch TV after. Like, it's really nice having someone there to experience the hard times. I guess when I was younger, I would just experience the hard times by myself. I didn't tell my family about anything. You tell your friends some things, but having someone you can tell everything to. Literally.
And finishing each other's sentences.
Oh, I did not plan
I will just stay awake. Alright, you guys can finish this off. I'm saying mashallah, okay? You guys are amazing. Seriously.
We'll
this is
try to be that forever.
You will be.
Inshallah.
Fatimah. Inshallah.
It's fun. Honestly, I'm having fun. I'm crazy. I wouldn't marry me if I weren't
crazy.
I would not marry me if
But I
I were
did.
not me. Trust me when I say that.
I know you. You're beautiful. You're genuine. You're amazing. You're such a good friend. So you are.
I have many friends who've told me I was a bad friend, especially getting
That's all I
married.
care
You don't
about.
hang with us anymore. You don't
Well-
do anything with us anymore.
That's what happens when you get married, though.
But I don't like when people say that. It's true. It is true. You just want to be with that person.
Person, 'cause
It's
you got no
bad,
time
but
and
you
you're just
have to
like-
hang with your friends. Like, these are your day one friends. You can't throw them aside for Mr. Right.
Right,
No,
yeah.
that's
But-
not nice. That's not nice, though. That's rude as hell.
You guys have jobs, school, marriage,
Yeah, that's
and cats.
three.
And exactly like, and then friends on top of that. So it's hard to balance, and when you find that balance, then you can put your friends and everything else.
Yeah.
Right? I'm glad to have you here today.
I'm glad to be here today. I like recording videos.
She's about to cry, guys.
No. I'm gonna keep them in.
We're just gonna stare at her until she cries.
No.
Anything else you guys want to say before we finish?
Stay cool, stay in school.
Stay cool, stay in school. That's
Enjoy
fine.
life
Yeah.
and
Just
Get
find
married.
someone who makes you a better you or who enhances you.
check that camera.
Thank you for watching,
Thank you for
and
listening to our craziness.
yeah, hope you learned something. Comment below, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and I don't know, just comment, okay? And subscribe. Thank you so
Should we
much
tell
for
them our
coming.
ages?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
said
of
we were
course.
young.
Wait,
I
yeah.
forgot to tell them about your ages.
That's funny. I'm 23. I just turned 23 in
And
August.
I'm 26.
And that's a good age gap too.
Yeah.
They're just good together, mashallah. Everyone say mashallah.
Inshallah.
Mashallah.
I see you. You're not saying mashallah.
Whoops.
Inshallah.
And bye.
Bye.